been a lot of talk lately. I don't know if you've seen it. A lot of discussion about a certain Super Smash Brothers character. Uh-oh! A lot of people been talking about Steve. In case you guys didn't see it, Cavalier Clash happened this weekend. And there were 12 Steves in the top 32. I like this gap they made. Quite a lot, right? Which made people, I think, rethink this character. I think people are looking at it with new eyes. But the reason that I wanted to bring it up is because some friends of mine from Panda, old buddies, made a video about Steve and about old metagames and what happens. Said video is from Team Liquid. It is called The Unwritten Rules Behind Smash Bros. And it is an hour and a half long. Now, respectfully, I ain't watching all that. That's a little bit too long. I might on my own time, but we're not watching that ourselves. However, worry not, chatter, because I have tricked this YouTube into creating a 12-minute version. Phew! Just give me all the juicy bits. How? Well, I think it was a teaser that they gave to certain people to react to, and I am a certain person. But after this Steve thing, I think it warrants discussion. I'm a little curious. What are the unwritten rules behind Smash Brothers? Why do we violate the social code when we pick the best character in the game? Let's find out together, shall we?
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't like that the video starts with that. If you're here, I clicked on the video. I would close it if you could. Who made this? I would put Gex in the game. He wouldn't sell any copies. What the fuck you mean? Whose list is this? Why are you putting Abe from Oddworld? Spider-Man? This is stupid.
Who do you think the most recognizable, most popular character in gaming is?
Mario.
You've got your classic figures like Mario.
It is Mario.
Or Sonic.
It's not Sonic. We watched a video about that. Japan does not fuck with him. Statistically, it's Pikachu or Pac-Man. No, it's Mario, bro.
If you want to get new school, you could pick from the free-to-play categories. Somebody from League of Legends, Counter-Strike, hell, Fortnite.
Jinx? Is Jinx the most famous League of Legends character? It used to be Ryze. That's so stupid because she's just Harley Quinn. Dude, Arcane fans are going to be mad.
But, you know, when I crunch the numbers, when I think about cultural impact, and when I listen to the new generation, I land on Minecraft Steve.
I think it's still Mario, but I do think Steve is like number 2.
Minecraft is the best-selling single video game in the entire world by a decent margin.
How many of those people bought it twice, though? I feel like a lot of those people bought it twice or 3 times.
In terms of cultural impact, Minecraft is nuts even beyond the player base. I mean, the entire Battle Royale genre started in a Minecraft server.
Is that true? I guess it had to have, right? I thought it was the culling. That was like the first Battle Royale game I knew about. I guess it'd be easy to do. You just Hunger Games it.
And you know, if Minecraft Steve wasn't iconic, would they have gotten Jack Black to play him?
I'm Steve.
Yeah, he plays anything. This guy is... this guy's desperate for roles, man.
Actually, don't answer that question. That's a rhetorical question.
PUBG was the first one? No. PUBG was the first one that got popular. Oh, now I get to talk about the culling. The culling was the first Battle Royale game, I think. I loved the culling. Pull the string? Please do. It was a Battle Royale game, but it was like melee focused. And if you had a gun, it was a big deal. You had to like craft it. You got like 3 shots and you were not accurate. It's weird to think about because like 2017 like feels newer than it was. Like Smash 4 came out in 2014. And if you asked me, I would say that Smash 4 came out after the culling, but it didn't by a lot.
Steve Minecraft was brought into Smash Bros. At the wrong time. Steve had arrived right in time to be a centripetal force.
Sure.
To be a tremendous well of meta-gravity. To be a point of celestial no return that visits nearly every Smash Bros. Game.
I think... Let me let them finish.
Steve was made to tear at the social contract of the game.
This is the short version.
Steve was made to be the event horizon of Smash Bros. Ultimate.
No, I get it, because every game has one of these characters, and it just so happened to be him in this one. It's real. Every one of the game has one of those characters, and I think that's what this video is about. I think they were going to make him good no matter what, though. I am of the belief that even if Steve was ass, they would have made him good later.
We literally ban stages that have walls behind them.
You know, I never really thought about that,
And now
Charles. That's a good
a
point.
character that can literally
You can make
build
the wall.
their workshop, their own stage. Oh my
Okay, but it doesn't stay there, Charles. That's dishonest. No, Charles. How have you never thought of that? I never really... you know, it was just a year ago that I realized that the person in the mirror isn't how other people see me, so... I'm making a lot of discoveries in my mid-30s.
What am I talking about?
Where are the unwritten rules? We're gonna find it out!
Anyways.
I think it's about the social contract that we all signed when we decide to play Super Smash Brothers. And you say you're not gonna play like a little bitch. You're not going to run away and abuse the most broken shit in the game because you want everybody to have a good time. But you guys don't subscribe to that because you guys started with online. You guys got Elite Smash, and now you don't think the opponent is a human being. You think it's a level 10 CPU, and you don't want to have fun anymore.
If you don't know competitive Smash or fighting games, you probably think I'm completely insane. But that's okay. That's a normal reaction to your first exposure to competitive fighting games.
You can do a combo into do another combo with a super.
No way!
It's not landing any combo.
No way!
But when he's not done, it's still a combo. You understand? Hell no. What the f*** is this?
Every single Smash Bros. Title has its event horizon. This is a character that rises to prominence in the scene, and as they rise, they centralize much of the game's meta and discourse around themselves.
Sure.
These event horizons of Smash Bros. All share certain characteristics. First of all, they tend to be the absolute best in the game, or at least very good.
Okay.
Second, they're overpowered in ways that make them a slog to fight against.
I think this is...
They usually have insanely overloaded movesets, or some way to force you into playing the game they want you to. And third, and perhaps most importantly, they break with the established conventions of the game.
Yeah, so this is a DLC issue. I think we're only 2 games in, so like 2 games in with DLC, so we only have a small sample size to pick from, and I think Sakurai just goes fucking crazy when he has to when the game is done and he wants to make more. Like he gets real creative when the game is over. I think in order for it to exist like this, it has to come at a point where like the game is over, right? We're not fixing Steve. We're not fixing Bayonetta. We were never going to fix Meta Knight because they didn't have internet back then.
If they're in an aggressive game, they neutralize aggression.
Jigglypuff's the event horizon kid? No.
If they're in a positional game, they neutralize positional advantage.
I don't think Jigglypuff dominates the discussion, although she did for a few years. I'll listen to your argument. Labcoat 21 is the same. Last DLC when the devs went fuck it, make them broken. Yeah, I wonder how much of it is like last DLC things. Although Sora was not the last DLC, but I think Sakurai felt shame. I think Sakurai was like, oh shit, we gotta make Sora bad. We can make him good, but not like good, right? I wish they made Sora broken. No, you don't. Dude, I genuinely think a broken Sora would have... People would be way more likely to ban Sora than Steve. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm hateful. But I would be way more willing to ban Sora over Steve. I'm okay with Steve. Maybe not okay, but...
Now,
I will never forget this moment.
Defense.
Me and DC doing commentary, knowing his ass was gonna do that fuck-ass monkey flip. There are some times that you watch stuff like this and you're like, I know who wins. It's so stupid, but I know who wins. I don't know how I know, and it's so easy to say in hindsight, like, of course. But you just knew. You just knew. You knew.
You can find characters that fit these 3 categories.
Name choice snarf.
Oh my god! Oh my! Let's go!
They are.
Dude, the low parry on that is so... Damn, they said everybody. Chat said we're on the same page. That low parry after is crazy to me. Doing this and then popping the...
Oh my!
Like, knowing he's going to go for the hit. God, that's so good. The low kick is fun. It is very funny to get hit by all that and be like, fuck this guy, man. Like, this is pure instinct. It's rage. It is anger. That low kick is just, you are so mad at what just happened. That is a baby rage low kick. Look at the health bar. From full.
Now, this alone isn't
You're just
why I'm
mad
interested
as
in
hell.
these characters. You can find characters that fit these 3 categories in other games.
Oh my god! Oh
That low kick is so funny. I love
They
that.
are rare, but you'll see them. And because these characters are a repeated event, they aren't received in the same way that one single overly strong character might be. Sure, there's the complaining and calling for nerfs that you hear in any game, but there's something underneath. This complex mixture of fear and frustration and irritation that's accumulated from history rhyming with itself.
Well, also, no, I think the bigger thing, like everybody calls back on old Smash games. They're like, yeah, but we should have banned this or we shouldn't have banned that. But like the player base is so young that the top players were not around for like 2 games ago. Like they'll talk about Meta Knight, but they weren't there. They might have been around for Bayonetta sometimes, but even then the circumstances are different, right? Why should we ban? Like what's the benefit? Less characters to play? I mean, if it saves your local scene, I think Steve probably murders the mid-level.
The new Smash game, Ultimate, is just around the corner, and so EVO 2018 is something like the last page in the last chapter of Smash 4. And there's a clear crowd favorite here. When Bayonetta takes the first stock, a wave of audible jeers
I forgot
bubble up from the
Nitono
crowd.
was
I'll tell you
there,
what,
right?
couple more plays like that, TK, he gonna get there.
And when Sheik strikes back with a quick kill,
You know, go back too far. Oh my.
Right.
it's practically a celebration. Only for Bayonetta to close it out with a touch of death combo not 5 seconds later.
Ah! What did he die to?
Kill.
What did he die to? You think that's Steve? You think that's the same as Steve, huh? Up tilt? Was just run up
Practically a
tilt?
celebration. Only for Bayonetta,
Oh, double up tilt. Steve literally also runs up and up tilts. Well,
the character is so overpowered that most of the best players have what you call a pocket Bayonetta, which is actually way less fun and cute than it sounds. You'd think it's like a little trinket version of Bayonetta that they keep in their pocket for good luck or witchcraft. It really just means that the best players got
11 minutes and we got to get the dog joke in there? What the hell is that? 11 minutes and we got to get a little pocket dog joke? Cut that out. What the fuck?
that they could play her if they felt they needed.
Pink Fresh, wait, one of the first Bayonetta players, notably winning, Katar Saga, my GOAT! Did Leo play it? I guess so. I forgot Leo played Bayonetta.
So a lot of
I
top
remember
8s are
Tweak
becoming
having to
Bayonetta
play
fests.
Bayonetta.
Bayonetta here,
Tweak has like gone on record saying he had the best Bayonetta in the world, I think, or like had like a very good Bayonetta, but he never used it. I don't remember if that was true or not. This whole era is a blur to me. I don't remember any of this shit.
Bayonetta now defines the game and the competition, and that if you want to go far, you've got to do well.
Sure, why
at
not?
or
Who
against
cares
her.
anyways?
And amidst
Yeah.
all of it, a lot of fans and competitors have gotten not only bored, but discontent. Do Bayonetta players even deserve their medals? Is Bayonetta so good that she carries people to the top?
I love when people pick a good character and are a victim about it. It's like one of my favorite things. It's one of my favorite things to see, right? It's such like it's your first competitive game, right? Like you've never experienced this before. You're very young. You love video games and you're pretty good at this one, so let's join a Discord and everybody hates me. Aw, man, and you just kick the can down the road because you're so sad, right? It's such a Charlie Brown thing to happen, right? I love it. I just love the little moments like that where you could tell somebody is having like a formative moment when it comes to their competitive gaming journey. When they really care what people think. It happens a lot, particularly like in Smash or Strive or something with like a wide casual net, right? Charlie Brown has problem. You're just creating a problem for yourself, right?
Is Bayonetta so good in such a different way than normal that playing her isn't even like playing Smash? No other character can do what she does. With her
Which
in
is
the
what
game,
Jigglypuff
are the
and Steve
tournaments
do,
a test
sure.
of Smash skill?
I agree.
Or just Bayonetta skill?
Bro, I love being carried by characters. I love playing a busted-ass thing that I vibe with. Because you got to vibe with the character, too. Because you got to understand, if you don't vibe with a character, it is work. It is hard work to play it and learn how to play it. Because it's not fun. Now you're doing your job, which is, like, not fun for anybody. So if I vibe with a top tier, fuck yeah. Dude, when I found out King was good in Tekken 8 and I liked him a lot, I was like, oh, perfect. I get to cheese people out and I don't have to learn the game. This is awesome, right?
In grand finals of EVO 2018, things come to a head. Seeing the crowd leaving and having heard plenty of jeers all through top 8 and all through the year, the players decide to do a little trolling. They sit across the stage and charge a special attack.
Dude, people were so... You remember that joke that happened a few days ago where somebody was saying that, like, white people really want to think that the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl show was history, and like the idea of Smash losing all of its competitive integrity acting like we were a joke for this. Dude, people wrote so many think pieces about this moment. They're like, nobody's going to take this seriously. The competitive integrity is dead forever. No, dude, come on. It was disrespectful? Who gives a shit? It's a video game where Mario fights... Look at the background! All of these funny, colorful animal friends who help you run a shop. What the fuck are we talking about disrespectful? I watched Bayonetta shoot the penis off a cherub statue, man. This isn't a serious thing. It's red versus blue. I don't fucking care if it's disrespectful, man. Also, it's Smash 4, which is not a real game. Kind of a weird argument you're making. I think the idea of prestige or honor or respect or whatever, who gives a shit? You didn't spend hours practicing and spending money to fly there? Yeah, but they don't owe the crowd anything. I don't think the competitors owe the crowd anything. You gotta beat them. And also, this was a response to other shit happening at the time. Maybe that's painting my perception a bit. But I don't think it is... I think at the end of the day, we are playing children's video games for money, even Street Fighter. And I think if something silly or dumb or goofy happens, it's whatever. They should have both been DP'd for this. I think you'd be DQ'd. I think... I mean, you're going to end the tournament with a double DQ? You're going to kill them at Dragon Punch. Okay. Sure, you can. You can't end the tournament in a double DQ, man. I can't take esports seriously ever. Yeah, maybe it's a certain generation, like maybe because I'm old head, right? But then again, this is a fighting game tournament. They're all old heads. Okay, but you can end it with both people just standing there. They weren't going to do this forever. I don't think this lasts forever. This lasts until somebody tells them to stop, which they did. They're like, hey, stop. Coney is baffled that people care about things. Smash 4, yeah, kinda. This goofy-ass, dumb, dead Skinwalker zombie game, I don't give a shit. Imagine it's Tekken 8 finals, and it's Rangchu against Rangchu. I don't know two Kuma players. And they start the match by both doing the lay-down move. And they're just rolling on the ground, right? How mad? How mad, right? I don't think that mad. I think somebody might step in and be like, okay, you guys have to fight. Depends on how long. I don't know how long this lasted, to be clear. It was minutes. It was not 7 minutes. I don't care, but stand on something. I'm not standing on shit. It's competitive video games. I don't stand on any of this. It's Mario against Pikachu, man. You think I care about competitive integrity? This isn't sports. So why can't they be DQ'd? They can. They can be DQ'd. It would just be bad for the people watching and in attendance and viewing or whatever, right? Nice take, Cody. You're in hot water. We should rob Puff players, and I'll stand on that. See, and now you're going after the Puff players, and there it is. Finally, we get to what it's all about, the Puff players. As a Puff player... Oh, I play Donkey Kong now. Never mind. Yeah, fuck. I agree, actually. I agree. Kill him. Cactus him. Kill him. Stop taking Coney serious. This is a performance art bit. I'm dead serious. Maybe I just don't think it's my job. Maybe it's that because I don't care, but I also don't think it's my job to do. Coney, you commentated for a decade. You have some form of integrity. No! I don't! I genuinely don't. I don't care. Is that a weird thing to say? Like, maybe I'm wrong. I really don't think so. What would you say if you were casting at the time? I was!
2 minutes.
I interview both of them during this.
The potential of a
I don't know if they're going to show it.
Tournament.
Yeah, there's Bear. I'm on the other side of this, and I asked them what they were doing. I'm like, you guys have a good Evo? Hey, how you guys feeling tonight? Pretty good, right? Coney has also admitted to match fixing and pot splitting, and I would do it again. If you ever see me in a grand finals with Junebug, to this fucking day, I asked him to split. If I was if I somehow made it to grand finals against Junebug, I would ask him to split, and that's on God. I will never change. I don't give a fuck. I don't play for money. I think playing this video game for money is silly behavior. Match fixing, I don't think I would do that anymore. Seriously, I don't think I would. Because now, if I'm match fixing at 36 years old, that's embarrassing. Listen, I'm not telling you not to care. I'm not telling people not to. But I think there is a tipping point, and I saw it happen in this game too, and I think that's probably what's painting what I'm saying here. There was a tipping point in this game where the passion and the care for something turned into righteous indignation and hatred. Like to the point where people were like, oh, this person who was never good and is carried by this character is a bad person and start saying a bunch of bad shit. Coney is edgy and he thinks caring is cringe. I mean, that's the lifeblood of the stream, isn't it? I spent a week getting a saxophone from an arcade for $2,000 and then I immediately broke it. Nothing matters. It's the journey that we're on. Someday we're all worm food anyway, so enjoy the ride, okay? I'm Rick! Who gives a fuck about a saxophone? It's literally on the floor! It's on the floor! I don't fucking care! You broke it? Probably. I'm not playing that shit. I love that the sax only exists to throw. I do get a kick out of it. Every time I toss it, it feels good, right?
But unfortunately, these moments end up defining the last stretch of competitive Smash 4. Now, I'm not really interested in the players, or the stalling, or whether or not it was justified. All of that has been talked to death, and there's no sense in reviving the discourse. The jaws of life don't really help anyone out here.
The fuck is that? Bro, he's like a Rivals of Aether character.
When I started planning this video, my main goal was to understand why this happens in so many Smash titles. What about these games create this weird, specific outcome? Why do such uniquely broken characters appear so often? Why do they make people so mad? Why didn't Nintendo...
Jeez, man. I don't know if have I seen that before? I mean, I must have. I've seen all these videos. Somebody in chat definitely gave me $5 to watch that.
Why do they make people so mad?
Holy shit, dude. No way he lost to Daisy. He must have been the Daisy. If he lost to the Daisy, we got a problem, man.
Could the Smash community have simply SDI'd out of this whole scenario?
Right, this is
But
the
as I
hour and a
dug
half
into
part.
it,
Right.
I found that answering those questions led me to something even deeper than the characters within competitive Smash Bros. It got me thinking about rules, and bans, and nerfs, and developers, and what sports, competitive gaming, and competition should even be. It got me thinking about social contracts, shot clocks, and the spirit of the game.
Ooh! That's what I thought this video was going to be about. I guess it's just a teaser. Aw, man, I wanted to talk about the social contract. It's out now, and it's an hour and a half long. I'm going to watch this on my own. I'm going to put it on the background while I,